Good morning, guys. So it's really cold here in New Hampshire. It's -2 degrees outside right now, so we're gonna try to go make some snow.
Oh, that's so cool.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Thrift Mind YouTube channel. I'm Ryan. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you exactly, step by step, how you can make potentially $100 to $300 per day reselling phones on eBay. In case you're new here, me and my fiance Pam have this YouTube channel to help and assist new and beginner resellers here on YouTube with all our video content. We try to put out really informational content that is very straightforward and very straight to the point. So if you're into that kind of thing and you wanna learn more, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I'm gonna be releasing a ton of information this year of things that maybe a lot of people don't know and provide some insight to reselling that even experienced sellers might not know. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe. So I'm gonna get right into it. This video, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how you can potentially make $100 to $300 per day, just like I did, selling phones on eBay. So I'm gonna break down this phone selling into two different categories. Number one, regular phones, and number two, regular phones with a catch. I think the regular phones with a catch category is much more profitable, and it might be something that a lot of people don't know. So make sure to stick around to the end of this video to get that. So I'm gonna start with the regular phones. Selling regular phones, I'm gonna just use regular phones as the category. That doesn't really mean anything other than putting it into a category. Can be difficult at times. Now, I only sold, when I resold phones on eBay, I only sold iPhones and Samsung Galaxy phones. Why? Because those are the two top phones that everybody's always looking for, and they are the most profitable because of that. So, like I said, flipping iPhones and Samsung Galaxy phones can be extremely profitable if you can get them and source them at the right price. Now, sourcing can be kind of difficult because a lot of people know the value of their phone and you know, they just price it accordingly, so it's hard to make a profit. Places you can source phones are Facebook Marketplace, an app called OfferUp, an app called Let Go, and also on Craigslist. In order to make a profit on these phones, you have to be constantly browsing all of those platforms to see if anybody makes listings that are a lot lower than retail price. Like I said, this can be very hard. A lot of people know what their phones are worth. Now, that being said, all of those places that you can source are great. However, in my opinion, I think the most efficient way to source phones is to create a Craigslist ad, and basically in the ad, make it very obvious that you buy phones with cash and that you would be willing to meet same day. Make sure to put in your phone number because when people see phone numbers on listings, it makes it much easier for them to contact you rather than email. Email is just kind of a pain. Make sure to put your cell phone number in the listing. And in the listing, just explain exactly what you're looking for. You know, iPhones, Samsung Galaxy phones, in great condition. I would recommend only reselling the third newest generation of phones, simply because they're just the most desirable, and that also ensures that you can make a quick flip. When you try to sell older phones that aren't as popular anymore, you might sit on them a while, and that obviously they're just not worth as much. So for me, I just didn't think that they were worth my time, so I focused on the newest generation phones of Samsung Galaxy and iPhone. Making a Craigslist ad like this is great for sourcing because it allows people who are looking to put a quick little bit of cash in their pocket to make a quick sale and like, yep, let's go, let's get it. I want to sell my phone, I need the cash right now, and there you are to provide that to them. So that's how you can source these phones at a good price. Like I said, buying these regular category phones are hard because a lot of people know what they're worth. So it's hard to source them to make a profit after selling them on eBay. Also in the listing, make sure to tell the potential seller of the phone that you will give them an instant quote of what you can cash offer them. And also list what you want to know about the phone in the listing as well, so that they can be like, look, I have this phone, you know, it's this gigabyte, it's this condition, it's this model, what can you give me? So you want to make it very easy so that when people come to you, you can sift through it quickly and you don't have to go back and forth, and you can just make the cash offer right there and then set up a meeting time in place. When you do meet up with these people, make sure that the phone is in great condition, it's functional, it is factory reset and not iCloud locked or Google locked. You need to make sure that they're not iCloud locked or Google locked. If you don't know what that is, make sure to go on YouTube or Google, make a search of Google locked Samsung phones and iCloud locked iPhones so you know what that means and what that is. Because if you buy a phone that is iCloud locked or Google locked, it's essentially useless. Also make sure that the screen is in good condition, all of the buttons work well, and that just the overall cosmetic condition of the phone is great. Make sure to plug it in, make sure it charges, and then also make sure that the IMEI serial number is clean. How do you do that? There's a website called swappa.com. I'm gonna leave the link to that website down in the description so that you guys can check that out. Basically what that is you take the IMEI number, you can find that in the settings on iPhone and on Samsung Galaxies. You copy it and put it into swappa.com, and swappa.com runs a check on that number. It will tell you right then and there if the phone is clean and ready to be activated by a carrier. Now, what is an IMEI number? Basically, that number is the unique serial number to that specific phone. There is no other phone that has that number. That number determines whether the phone can be activated or not. If the IMEI number is bad and it comes up on Swappa as blocked or restricted, that means that the phone is either lost, reported lost to the carrier, reported stolen to the carrier, or the person who has that phone on the carrier did not pay their bill, so the carrier blocked their phone. So if all those things check out on these regular category phones, and you have presented a price to the buyer previously before you met up, and they accept that offer, absolutely buy the phone and bring it home and list it on eBay. I have found that phones are easily the quickest flip I have ever made on any item that I've sold on eBay. They sell extremely quickly if you price them competitively, and they have the potential to make you a lot of money if you source a lot of them at once. Okay guys, so I'm gonna talk to you about category number 2 of phones that are regular phones with a catch. So remember I was telling you guys about the IMEI numbers and how to check those numbers and make sure that they're clean? Well, if they are not clean, if you check the IMEI number on Swappa, it comes up as restricted or blocked, that doesn't mean that the phone is useless. So this category of phones that are regular phones with a catch are actually phones that do have bad IMEI numbers. They're also referred to as phones that have a bad ESN. And basically what that is the phone, like I said before, is either stolen, it's blocked by the carrier because it's been stolen, it's missing, reported missing by the owner, so the carrier blocked it, or they didn't pay their bill, so the carrier shut their phone off and blocked it until that phone gets paid off. That being said, these phones can bring an extremely high profit margin because a lot of people don't realize that they're worth money. Last year, for example, I sold a bad IMEI number iPhone 8 for $300. I bought it the day before for $100. That fast, guys, that fast. It's crazy how much money you can make selling these types of phones. For some reason, eBay does allow you to. That doesn't mean that they're not going to restrict these phones from being sold at some point, but as of right now, you can sell them. So that particular phone, that iPhone 8 that I sold, I made a Craigslist ad saying I will pay cash for your broken iPhone or iPhones with a bad ESN or bad IMEI number. This guy reached out to me. He told me he had this iPhone 8 with a bad ESN. Basically, he gave me this whole long story about, how he had a plan with his girlfriend and they broke up, and then his girlfriend was the only one on the account, so she blocked his phone. She reported it stolen and then claimed the insurance claim off of it. Really shady, guys, but anyway, that's what happened. When I got there, I checked the IMEI number and it was indeed blocked, and I also checked the phone to make sure that it wasn't iCloud locked. When I got there, it actually was iCloud locked. He had not reset his phone. So I made sure that he reset his phone to factory settings, and when you do that, you have to log into your iCloud in order for it to get removed. Once he did that, I was like, great, I gave him $100 and I went on my way. So that's a great way to source those, is go on Craigslist, make an ad. Like I said before, make an ad, say that you're looking for phones that have a bad IMEI number or that are financed or have a bad ESN or whatever, and tell them that you will offer cash for those phones. To be honest, I'm not sure why they're worth money. I believe that they can be unblocked somehow, and I believe that they can be used overseas as well. I'm not in that business. I don't really care about that business. All I care about is flipping the phones. And I believe that's why they're worth money, is because they can be reactivated somehow, but I just don't know how. The last way you can source, this is a little extra bonus tip, guys. I do this for bad IMEI number phones only. I don't really try to do this for regular phones that are ready to be activated. I use an app called Mercari. It's either Mercury or Mercari, anyway. It's a huge marketplace app that people can sell stuff. It's basically like eBay, but it's a little bit different. But it's an app that you can get on your phone, buy and sell things. And basically what I do, guys, is I go into the Mercari app and I type in bad IMEI and I type in bad ESN. And you can actually turn on notifications when new items matching those keywords get posted. So I'll type in bad IMEI number or bad IMEI, and I'll turn on the notification, and then I'll type in bad ESN and I'll turn on the notification. And a lot of people on there, are selling those types of phones for a really low price because they don't know that they're worth money. But there's tons of people out there doing it, guys, so you have to get right on it when they're posted, because otherwise they'll sell really quickly. I have done that many times. I've gone on and I've turned on the notifications for those two categories, and as soon as they get posted, I buy them right away, and I've flipped many phones off of Mercari. And that's my little secret tidbit for you guys, so make sure to give that a shot if this is something you're willing to do. So that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was really informative. This is exactly the blueprint of what I do, or what I did. To be honest, I don't really sell phones that much anymore. I've branched out into a lot of different other categories to sell on eBay. But these are my steps of what I did do to resell phones on eBay. I hope this brought some insight to people who maybe you already sell phones on eBay and you learned some tips from this that you hadn't ever heard before. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And make sure to comment down below if you have any questions. I'll try to answer any questions you guys have about this. I've sold a lot of phones on eBay, so I feel like I have a pretty good knowledge of how this works. And if anybody has any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer everyone's. But thank you very much, and I'll see you guys soon.